A friend about a year ago suggested I study a topic and write a little book on it. And the topic was joy. So I ended up writing this little book on joy. Now, when he suggested this, I thought, you're crazy. I mean, come on, give me a real Lutheran topic. You know, like the sacraments or the Bible, or, the theology of the cross, or faith, or grace, or something like that. Joy? Come on. And I was not going to be coerced into joy. I'll tell you that right now. Well, guess what? I opened my Bible. And I began to see something extraordinary. I'll just read you a little section of this. I knew he was onto something, but I didn't know what. I raced through the Psalms and found joy and rejoicing everywhere. Even in the penitential Psalms, I found joy in the Old Testament, in Moses, in the prophets, in the books by Solomon. I found joy after resounding joy in Isaiah and Zephaniah. I found joy in the Gospels. I found joy in the lips of Jesus and in the lives of those whom he touched, again and again and again. I found joy on the lips of Mary and Zechariah, in the womb of Elizabeth, on the lips of angels. I found joy at the manger. I found joy at the resurrection. I found joy over life, joy in the midst of death, joy in worship, all in the Bible. I found joy in persecution, joy in suffering. I found Paul's letters packed with joy and rejoicing. Do you know in Paul's letters alone, the words for joy are used almost 340 times? I found joy in references to faith and hope and love. I found joy over the simplest gifts of friends and work and family, food, children, marriage. Stranger still to me was that I, as I contemplated these texts in rapid fire, dare I admit it, even I began to rejoice. Here's the beauty of the Bible and the Word of God. The Word of God delivers what it says. The gospel declares you free and forgiven. Though you are the weak person like Friedrich Winiken, you are the weak person like St. Paul who struggled with so much. Though you are the weak pastor like Luther who had several breakdowns. Though you are the weak person like C.F.W. Walther who had at least 3 documented breakdowns. The Lord is pleased to work through weaknesses when we are at our wits' end. When I am weak, then I am strong. And the Lord is pleased to deliver unto you joy in the midst of your weaknesses and challenges and sorrows. In closing, I want to share just one little text with you. The story of Lazarus. Lazarus is sick. Come, the sisters Mary and Martha sent to Jesus. He was way down by the Jordan, where he had started out 3 years earlier. He loved these people. They were on the road to Jerusalem, all the way up. They were at Bethphage. Probably not house of dates, but house of the poor. I think they were poor people. And Jesus loved to hang out with them because they were honest. They complained to him. Lord, tell my sister to help. That's refreshing. One sister, probably a prostitute. The other brother, some kind of beggar. So anyway, they say, tell him to come. Lazarus, the one whom he loves, is sick. The news gets to him. Jesus does what? He ignores it. They tell him again, come. He ignores it again. Then they tell him again, and he says, chill out, guys. This sickness doesn't lead to death. But then he says something very strange. Jesus says, Lazarus has died, and you don't get it in the text in the English very well. The order in the Greek is, Lazarus has died, and I rejoice. Jesus loved this man, and he died, and yet he rejoices. Why? Because through this death, he will demonstrate who he is. And he goes passing through the town. He ends up raising Lazarus from the dead on the way to Holy. So they knew in the midst of weakness and trial and even death. In Jesus there shall be joy. 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 May the Lord grant you joy in your vocation, in your service. May the Lord grant you joy in being charitable and kind to those in need. May the Lord grant you joy in being a Lutheran. People outside of Lutheranism, wherever Jesus is known, are Christians. But you have been given the whole lot. Joy. And may the Lord give you joy in the midst of all your difficulties and trials because they are purposeful, just as the death of Lazarus was purposeful.